So this is the second movie by Nicholas Winding Refn that I've seen. First one I've reviewed though. I have seen Drive when it first came out. I saw it at the movies, and then I've watched it a whole bunch of times since then. I fucking love that movie. For some reason I never saw Only God Forgives, and I've never gone back to watch his earlier shit. So I've only seen Drive. And I really like that. I like stylistic neo-noir crime movies. And that was my jam. That shit just, it worked. And now here we are. The Neon Demon. So, yep, Neon Demon, 2016 movie. Directed by Nicholas Winding Refn, starring Elle Fanning, Jenna Maloney. Bit part by Keanu Reeves and Christina Hendricks. They're not in it that much. Also, Bella Heathcote and Abby Lee. There's also a cameo or, one scene appearance by one of Jesse Pinkman's henchmen. You know the skinny dude? A henchman. One of his stoner buddies, the skinny one. And it's a horror movie, supposedly, about the fashion world. Okay. That's the cool thing about horror movies. If you're a fan of the horror movie genre, you'll probably see a lot of things out of your wheelhouse. Like Suspiria 2018. I don't care about dance or ballet, but that movie just had me riveted for the entire runtime. Fuck, I love that movie. I wish I was reviewing that again. And so, Nicholas Winding Refn doing a horror movie, a stylistic horror movie with lots of colours and things like that, reminiscent of, say, something Lynchian or Argentoan. Is that a word? It is now. And just seeing what he could bring to the horror genre, especially when it's something out of my comfort zone as well, the fashion industry in the world. I don't really care about that much. But I'm interested to see what a horror movie in that setting would look like. Unfortunately, I didn't get that because The Neon Demon isn't a horror movie. It's not a thriller either. I don't know what it is. And if the video stores were still a thing and there was a distant part of the video shelf called meandering, I think this is where you'd put it. I can't even really tell you the gist. It's about Jessie, played by Elle Fanning, a 16-year-old model who lives by herself in this hotel, and she starts becoming a model. Some people really like her. Some people really don't. That's the movie. In order for a movie to be a horror movie, I think there needs to be horror in it. Now, there's some unsettling shit and some really dark, creepy, disturbing things. But it's more akin to maybe some kind of thriller or drama than it is to, say, something being horrifying. There is one scene, maybe two, that I consider kind of horrific. And that's about it. It's not really a thriller either, because thrillers, it's in the name, isn't it? It's got a thrill. It's got to put you on the edge of your seat. This doesn't do that either. Let's get some good out of the way first. Keanu Reeves. Whew. I've never seen him play a complete piece of shit human being before. I've never seen him play a bad guy. I don't know if he ever has before or not. I'm not a Keanu Reeves biographer or anything, but this is, for me, it was a departure seeing him just play a complete sleazy dirtbag. And I might need a break from Keanu for a while. I'm glad I saw Bill and Ted, the new Bill and Ted, before I saw this, because after seeing this movie, I'm just like, oh, he creeped me out in this movie. I might need to have a little Keanu Reeves break. Really good acting. Really good. He was fucking phenomenal. Elle Fanning, I haven't seen her in much before, but she's incredible. She's really good presence, really good in the film, solid. In fact, I like everyone. The performances are really good. Now, if you like a movie that has the kind of slow, stilted dialogue that, say, I don't know, Twin Peaks The Return would have, this has some of that as well. I don't mind that if it's done well, but like Twin Peaks The Return, it wasn't. So in order to talk about this movie a little more, I'm going to have to spoil the shit out of it. So here we go. This movie very blatantly has a lot to say about women in the fashion industry, the pressure to look good, uh, and all that kind of stuff. What these women may or may not go through, well, they probably do, sadly. And that's unsettling and disturbing too. In fact, it's a good topic for your horror movie. Sometimes you can do a horror movie that you know pokes uh, pokes itself at society and mirrors itself, going, yes, it's a horror movie, but some of this shit is real. And I was hoping they were going somewhere with that, in that vein. Uh, I guess there's some signs somewhere. One of the models, you know, Jesse, that's Elle Fanning's character, gets a hand cut, and the model goes, and you're like, okay, what have we got here? Like cannibals or vampires or something? Like, what's going on here? And then, you'll see Dakota. Why do I say Dakota? Because I've seen more Dakota Fanning stuff, I guess. I'm just used to saying that. Right, so Jesse, played by Elle Fanning, um, keeps seeing these triangles, representing three, I guess, and there's things they try and lay seeds and all this kind of stuff for what's going on. There's definite themes that I think movies should tackle and address, because I think they should. I think people should be confronted with some of that stuff, because it is disgusting and it is like that. But this is the real life stuff, like how models are treated or actresses are treated, that kind of stuff. I don't mind those being brought up. It's probably really important. But when you've got no story, there's no horror, there's nothing too deeply psychological about it, it's fine. Like, I'm going to be saying, I enjoyed watching this movie up until a point. And here we go, major spoiler. Jessie dies. She's killed by two models that are competing with her, and the makeup lady who made sexual advances and got rejected. So they attack her and they kill her, like push her into an empty pool and splat. She's dead. And I'm like, all right. When this scene's about when they start chasing her and stuff, I'm like, all right, shit's about to happen. We've had this kind of monologue of Jessie saying she's dangerous and all this kind of stuff. All right, she's 16 and lives alone in this hotel. All right, maybe she killed her parents or something. I don't know where we're building with this. Is there going to be some kind of cathartic ending because she gets her revenge or come up and something like that? No, she's dead in a very lame way. That's really short. No suspense, anything like that. Just, oh, it's going to happen now. Push, done. And then for the next however long the movie goes for, well, she's dead. They eat her, and then they take on some of her characteristics and stuff. Or at least one model does. The other one can't handle it and kills herself. And it was just so unsatisfying. I thought they were building up to something really cool and interesting. But as soon as Elle Fanning departs the movie, none of the characters are anywhere near as interesting, and so the movie becomes a fucking anticlimactic bore fest. And it really taints my opinion of like the first hour and a half or so of the movie. Yeah. I mean, it was shot really well. The performances are great. I love the colours and the music. But there's no story. Nothing you can really sink your teeth into. Like, I wouldn't watch this again and go, oh, I missed this. I missed this part. I missed this part. It all makes sense now. I don't care if it makes sense, if it sucks. Like, which is pretty much my thoughts on Twin Peaks: The Return. I don't care about trying to talk about the law or anything like that when the package is just a turd. I didn't like this movie. Left a bad taste in my mouth. My sister really didn't fucking like this movie. And my wife liked it the most out of the three of us. She gave it a fucking 6. Last night, I was thinking about 6 as well. There's some decent movie making in there, but it's meandering bullshit. 4. skip it. Watch something else. I'm pretty sure everyone in this movie has done something better than this. Give me a like, dislike, share and subscribe, all that crap. I'll see you next time. Let's put this shit on the wall. Fucking Neon Demon. It's a horror movie called The Neon Demon. Yeah, fucking. Actually, why am I putting it up there? Fuck that.